don't let them get information out, because they know that the power of influence is strong when you're dealing with health of people. So you can tell somebody, well, instead of you got inflammation, well, instead of going to doctor whoever that went to school to be a doctor or whatever, instead of going to him and get some pills or some injection or something like that, how about you just take some spoons of turmeric? How about you wanna lose weight? How about every morning you do a certain thing to bring your quote unquote weight down or whatever, right? So over the past months, 5 natural health doctors have been either mysteriously died or been intentionally killed, with another 5 having gone missing under unexplained circumstances. As we previously reported, the curious deaths began on June 19th, when Dr. Jeff Bradstreet, Bradstreet, a renowned autism researcher from Florida, now practicing in Georgia, was found with a gunshot wound to his chest. Police were quick to claim that the gunshot wound was self-inflicted, ruling the death a suicide almost immediately. The doctor's family suspects foul play. The family members setting up a donation page in an effort to find the answers to the many questions leading up to the death of Dr. Bradstreet, including an exhaustive investigation into the possibility of foul play. The next suspicious death came only days later on Father's Day, June 21st, when Bruce Hedendal, Hedendal, DC PhD of the Miami area, was found slumped over his car with no indication as to the cause of death. The details regarding Hedendal's death are even murkier than that of Bradstreet, with very few details being released. Hedendal was reported to be extremely fit and had actually been doing an athletic event earlier in the day before being found dead. Raising the level of suspicion surrounding these doctors' deaths was the fact that both had previously run into problems with the feds due to their holistic treatment of patients. Just weeks prior to Bradstreet's death, his office was raided by the FDA. His office was raided by the FDA. Now, if the administration called Food and Drugs has people that work for them that's going to go raid holistic doctors' offices or whatever, should let the people know where it is that this thing is as far as holistic health. The threat of holistic health to the system, right? So if we really want to honor Dr. Sadie or whatever like that, instead of crying or whatever, how about you adopt a holistic lifestyle? How about that's what you do to honor him? How about you go in the fridge, pull out all that BS that he says on his site is BS, and put some real stuff in there, if you honor him. Because I don't want to hear no, Dr. Sadie, and then you're telling me that you eat swine. Don't tell me, oh, doctor, we're gonna miss Dr. Sadie because of the, but you got chicken boiling up and chitlins and whatever else, right? On the same day that Hedendal's body was found, Dr. Baron Holt was found dead in Florida. Holt died unexpectedly while on a trip to Jacksonville, Florida. Although the 33-year-old Holt had been suffering with recent health issues, none were thought to be life-threatening by loved ones, according to the News and Observer. The report by the observer indicated that the family is currently awaiting the results of an autopsy report. As if 3 dead doctors in the same field, in the same region of the country, and in such a short time span didn't already raise red flags, Dr. Teresa Sievers, S-I-E-V-E-R-S, another natural health doctor from Florida, was brutally murdered in her home on June 29th. Co-workers have said that she was known as the Mother Teresa of South Florida. Authorities investigating the case have stated that this was not a random attack, but a targeted event, and that when the details were revealed, books and movies will be written about it. On July 1st, Lisa Riley Doe, 34, residing in Lee County, Georgia, was found murdered in her home with a gunshot wound to the head. Her husband was originally suspected as he made the call to 911 prior to her death, but many feel as though he's being framed. Investigators have called her death mysterious. A number of doctors have also gone missing. Right, so again, we're going back to that concept or that theme that Noble Drew Ali presented to the Moors in the 1900s. The priesthood is dead. So stop playing, you need this, you need Cujo, you need Raz, you need Anita, you need Taj, you need whatever, and go freaking study. So you can know. Because God forbid, they take out some of these Moorish leaders or whatever like that. People are going to go right back into the Negro black colored state for lack of knowledge. And then their lack of knowledge is going to be based on the fact that they were playing follow the leader. When this is not follow the leader, this is to make you a leader. The purpose of us doing all this that we're doing, the purpose of us putting all this information out, is not for people to be chasing behind us because we're going on some show, so everybody's following, droves of people coming to listen to whatever because we're on it. That's not what this is about. This is about the people coming to a realization that you're only going to save yourself. There's not going to be anybody coming to save you. They're not going to be coming back from the dead to save you. And if they're in flesh, their duty is not to save you. Their duty is to inspire you to make you be better than them. And if the people don't have it in their self to be better than who taught them, then you probably shouldn't be a student of that individual. Just give it up right now. Go back to being whatever state that you're in, right? And there's numerous articles. I think there's like something like 100 holistic doctors been killed in 2 years or something like that. Something crazy. You know what I mean? So do your research on that so you can, one, take your health serious, right? Because again, by them doing depopulation of holistic doctors, that means people who don't study and don't know what it is, they're going to be going back to the Frankenstein factory to go get help for their health. When, like, that's not helping. Everybody, that's like the brother on the show the other day, that thing still boggling my mind. That his mom, this more called on the show the other day, because he's having issues with the hospitals and them trying to assume jurisdiction or whatever. But the brother's mom is not there as far as knowledge herself. She's down with the hospital or whatever.
She's the patient.
Yeah, she's the patient, right? But she's down. She's down with the hospital stuff. He's a weirdo. He's crazy because he's trying to tell her holistic health and all that stuff. She's like, whatever, doctors, you God or whatever. So she goes to the hospital for a stomach pump, right? For whatever reason. And comes out without an arm from the hospital. Now, I can't remember where it was, to be honest with you, but South. She goes to the hospital for a stomach pump. and leaves the hospital minus an arm. And she's talking about the doctors are the good ones or whatever. Right?
Is she still saying that?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's still on it. Right? They did the right thing and all that stuff right there. Stomach. I don't know what stomachs has to do with arms or whatever, but clearly something is severely wrong with our people.
Yes.
Severely wrong. Right? And that's the dead people. So imagine how much problems the conscious people have. Because I see conscious people post more fried chicken pictures than anybody else. I see people with knowledge of self posting more detrimental to health things than other people are doing.
That's terrible.
Right?
That's terrible.
Terrible. But you know, they love their Dr. Sebi and all that. You know, honor to him and he's helping me with the whatever and all that stuff, but they're not really there. Like, they're not really there. So just know that, you know, the blood is flowing to a horse's brow, just like Noble Juali told these Moors, and they're not paying him any attention. No, they're not paying him no mind. Right? And again, to stress the point again, keep in mind that Noble Juali was a healer. Noble Juali was a healer. He got accused of trumped up charges, went to jail, got released from jail, and then ended up dead. Right? He was a holistic healer, no different than Dr. Sebi, who was just traveling or something like that, got stopped at whatever border or whatever like that, go into police custody, and then he's dead. And then they're going to look at that and that's weird that happened to Dr. Sebi because, you know, he's world renowned and he's cured all this stuff. And okay, well, same thing happened to Noble Juali. How come y'all not saying that's a conspiracy? They're not going to say that's a conspiracy. Don't forget, Dr. Sebi's a Moor too. Right?
That's right.
He was Nuwapian. It's not no secret that he was a Nuwapian Moor. It's a fact that he was a Moor. But they're not talking that Moor stuff with him. Right? They're not going there. Right? They're going to bring up all that conspiracy stuff, but then they're not going to bring up the conspiracy stuff with Noble Juali. They're going to say, oh no, he did have tuberculosis. How is he going to have tuberculosis if he brought the remedies that's going to cure you of anything that you've been sick with? And then we have Moorish Guide articles upon articles with testimonials of people using his products and curing themselves of, you name it, they cured themselves of it. With Noble Juali's remedies that he created, with his Moorish manufacturing company that he had in the 1900s. No different than Dr. Sebi has a manufacturing company that he's making all of his products and stuff like that independently and all that, not with the help of the U.S. Corps and all that stuff. Same thing Noble Juali was doing. Oh, but they're gonna have these two people like they weren't doing the same thing. When they both were Moors, they both were dealing with holistic health, and they both died under mysterious circumstances with regard to police.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make the parallel. They're going to pretend like, you know, that's not what it is. But that's exactly what it is. And then history is only repeating itself because people are stupid and they don't study to realize what they have to do to stop what's going on. They keep wanting something external to stop what's going on when it's really the individuals who's going to stop what's going on out there that they don't like. But, you know, if people's mentality is follower, then they're not going to do anything. Just like we were saying with yesterday. You know what I mean? The people who were there were the people who weren't followers. The people who were there were the people who said, well, you know, yeah, I have a leader or whatever, but I'm going to go sit down and check this thing out right here because, I mean, why not? It's about unity. It's about all us coming together or whatever like that. Why wouldn't somebody go? Why would they retract from going to a unity summit?